Sarah, I heard from Mike that you bought a house. That's quite something.
Oh, yes, so Mike told you about it.
Yes, and I saw pictures of it too. It's quite a mansion, isn't it? Must have been expensive.
Well, yes, but since it's in the countryside, the land wasn't too costly.
The countryside? That's an interesting choice.
It's peaceful there, perfect for what I had in mind.
How much was it?
About $400,000, I'd say.
That much? For a house in the countryside?
It's quite spacious and well maintained.
$400,000! But you know, it's really perfect for someone of my social standing to live in.
What do you mean?
Well, you see, our family line comes from old money aristocracy. We're quite prestigious.
Yeah, I've heard something about that before.
From Mike? He should be proud of his heritage. Did he tell you about our ancestor who was a count?
No, he didn't mention that.
And people of our status, well, we need to live in certain types of houses.
You already live in a nice house, though.
Oh, that old thing won't do. We need something more luxurious.
I don't really see it that way.
Of course you wouldn't. You weren't raised with our standards.
What's that supposed to mean?
Anyway, we've decided we're going to live there too.
What? But that house is for Mike and me, and for...
Mike has already agreed to us living together, so that makes it fine, right?
Mike did? Why would he make such a decision on his own?
He knows what's best for the family. You should trust his judgment more.
This isn't about trust. We never discussed this.
If your husband Mike says no, then that's the decision for both of you as a couple. Besides, isn't it a bit wasteful for just two people to live in such a big mansion?
Well, I guess, but...
And think of how much you'll save on maintenance with us there to help.
That's not really the point.
Anyway, I've already decided I'm moving into that house. Oh, but if we're going to live in such a mansion, we'll need appropriate furniture. Sarah, I'll pick everything out, so you just need to buy all the furniture.
Wait a minute, don't just make decisions on your own. And even if you were moving in, don't you already have furniture? There's no need to buy new things.
Our current furniture? In that beautiful house? Absolutely not.
What's wrong with your current furniture?
Oh dear, you still don't understand, do you?
What do you mean?
People of our standing can't just focus on appearances. We need to maintain proper standards in everything we do. That's why I studied etiquette, flower arranging, and playing the piano.
What does that have to do with anything?
You're so dense. It means we can't have a luxurious house with cheap furniture inside. We need furniture that matches the house's status.
But I spent all my money on the house.
That's poor planning on your part. A house isn't just about the building.
I planned for what I needed.
Didn't you make a fortune with your online business? You have plenty of money, so it's fine. You're part of our prestigious family now, so you need to learn how to spend money appropriately. I'll teach you how.
No thanks, I'm good.
Don't be stubborn. I've already made a list of essential pieces.
I said no.
Anyway, I'm starting the moving preparations. Let me know when you've set a date.
Karen, we haven't agreed to any of this.
The decision is made. I'll send you the furniture catalog later.
Mom, do you have a minute?
Of course, sweetie. I'm just finishing up some gardening.
I need to talk to you about something important.
Is everything okay? You sound worried.
You know how we promised to live together in that countryside house?
Yes, the pictures you showed us were amazing. I can't believe you bought such a beautiful mansion. Your father and I are looking forward to living there together.
That's what I wanted to talk about. There might be a problem.
What kind of problem?
Well, I was looking forward to it too, but...
Did something happen?
Mike went ahead and told his mom they could live there too.
What? How could he? What about their current house?
That's what I was wondering too. We were making preparations for their house.
You mean the renovation plans you were saving for?
Yes, those ones. I had everything planned out.
Are they planning to sell it?
I don't know. We haven't had a chance to discuss the details yet.
Have you talked to Mike about this?
Not yet. I just found out from Karen herself.
But why would Mike do something like that?
Well, he hasn't been doing so well at work lately. He's been acting strange since then. He wasn't like this before.
How long has this been going on?
A few months now. He's been different since his department restructured.
So I guess we won't be moving in together after all.
No, I won't let that happen. I'll talk to Mike about it. Just wait.
You bought that house with your own money, Sarah.
Exactly, and I bought it for us, not them.
Okay, but will he listen?
If he doesn't, I have a plan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'll explain it to you.
You're not thinking of doing anything rash, are you?
No, but I won't let them take advantage of me either.
Just be careful, dear.
I know.
What exactly are you planning?
I'd rather tell you in person, but don't worry, I've thought it through.
You know your father and I will support whatever decision you make.
Thanks, Mom. That means a lot.
Just remember why you bought that house in the first place.
I will. I'll call you later with more details. Mike, what's the meaning of this?
What? Why are you so angry?
Don't play dumb. You know exactly what this is about.
If you're gonna be mad, at least tell me why.
About your mother.
Oh, yeah, I invited my parents to live with us.
Why are you making decisions like that on your own?
I don't see the problem. The house is big enough.
That's not the point, and you know it.
Okay, so what's the problem?
I bought the house so we could live with my parents. That's why I paid for all of it myself. We talked about this and agreed on it.
Oh, did we?
Are you serious right now?
Look, I've been stressed with work.
Don't did we me? That was our agreement. I explained that my mom hasn't been feeling well lately and I wanted her to live somewhere with fresh air and more nature. That's why I bought that house in the countryside.
I understand what you're saying.
Do you? Because it doesn't seem like it.
I do, but you have to see my side too.
Then call your mother right now and tell her the living together plan is off.
No, I can't do that.
Why not?
You're being unreasonable about this.
I'm being unreasonable?
Look, my parents are getting older too. They could have health problems anytime.
I understand that.
Do you? Because it doesn't seem like it.
Don't throw my words back at me.
But we can only have either your parents or my parents living with us.
Yes.
Then shouldn't we choose the family with better social status?
What?
You heard me. This is about more than just living arrangements.
I can't believe what I'm hearing.
My family comes from old money. Our ancestors helped build this country.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about our lineage. Let me put it in terms you'll understand.
What?
Our family name means something. Yours doesn't.
How dare you?
It's simply about which family will benefit us more. My family has land, stocks, and assets. Your parents don't have any of that, right?
Well, no.
Then wouldn't it make more sense to curry favor with my parents for the inheritance?
Don't use me for that. I earn my own money and I bought that house for my parents. I don't want to be part of your inheritance scheme.
You're not thinking about our future.
Our future or your inheritance?
Shut up! Just do what I tell you!
What's that supposed to mean?
You know exactly what it means.
No, please, explain it to me.
I'm the breadwinner, and as my wife, you should obey me.
Breadwinner? Are you joking?
What's that supposed to mean?
Don't be ridiculous. Do you have any idea how hard I worked to save that money?
That doesn't matter. I'm doing this for our future.
No, you're doing this for yourself.
You're being selfish.
I'm being selfish. That's rich. Fine, I understand your position perfectly now.
Good, then this discussion is over.
Yes, it certainly is.
You'll see, this is for the best.
Oh, I'm sure I will.
As promised, we're moving into the house you bought today.
What? Karen? Today?
Do try to keep up, dear. I've been planning this for weeks.
You can't just decide this on your own.
Yes, since you never got back to us about the date, we decided to go ahead ourselves.
I never agreed to any of this in the first place.
Mike agreed. That's enough.
Please wait, Karen. I still have preparations to make.
What preparations? The house is already built.
There's more to moving than just having a house.
I can't wait any longer, and you haven't even bought the furniture I told you to get, have you?
You mean the ridiculously expensive furniture you picked out?
Only the best for our new home.
Well, since everything you picked was so expensive, I couldn't get it all right away.
More excuses.
It's not an excuse. That furniture costs more than the house.
Oh, enough with the excuses. Low-class people like you are always so good at making excuses. It's exhausting.
Stop calling me low class.
If the shoe fits.
No, really, you should stop that.
Anyway, I'm heading to the new house now, so you need to come right away.
I have work meetings today.
Cancel them. This is more important.
I can't just cancel client meetings.
And I'm planning to throw a housewarming party and invite all of my friends and relatives. You'll be in charge of the preparations.
What? Why are you making these decisions on your own?
Someone has to take charge.
But this isn't your house.
I have a reputation to maintain.
That's not my problem. You decided to move in without asking.
Proper daughter-in-law would be honored to help.
I never agreed to any of this.
If you don't like it, you can get out.
How can you say that?
I'm only stating facts.
This is my house.
Not anymore. It's a family house now.
That's not how this works.
Just hurry up and get over here. I'm heading there now.
Karen, wait.
The movers are already on their way. Don't make me look bad in front of them. Sarah, I need to ask you something.
Oh, did you get lost?
No, I arrived.
Oh, I see.
Stop being flippant. This is serious.
Is something wrong?
Don't act so calm.
Why wouldn't I be calm?
So where's the house? I'm at the address, but there's no house here.
Oh, really? Maybe you got the wrong address. You should look around a bit more.
Don't play games with me.
I'm not playing anything.
No, this has to be right. Since there was no house, I asked the neighbors.
How helpful of them.
I asked if there used to be a large 3-story house here. They said yes, there was, but recently it was demolished. What's going on?
Oh, you figured it out already?
What? Sarah, what do you mean figured it out? The demolition wasn't a mistake?
No mistake at all.
Stop being cryptic.
Karen, I'm sorry. I ordered the house to be demolished.
Why would you do that?
You really want to know?
Of course I want to know.
Because I bought that house to live with my parents, but then you all decided you were going to live there, and I really hated that idea.
So you had it demolished?
Would you have listened to me any other way?
You've lost your mind.
Actually, I'm thinking quite clearly. The truth is, the real estate agent told me that since the house was getting old, it would be easier to sell the land if we cleared it first.
This can't be happening. What were you thinking?
I was thinking about protecting my investments.
Your investment? What about us?
But thanks to that, we found a buyer right away. We'll break even after including the demolition costs.
No, you can't be serious.
I'm completely serious.
All our plans.
Your plans, not mine. Yes, I am, and I've decided to rent an apartment to live in with my parents. We're moving there, so there's no house here for you to live in anymore. Please go back to your own home.
That's impossible. We already gave up our house. We have nowhere to live.
You sold your house already?
Of course we did. We were moving here.
Don't get angry at me. You all did this to yourselves.
What did you say?
You heard me perfectly well. Moving into my house and selling your own house, those were all decisions you made. I never agreed to any of it.
This is just like you. No class, no consideration.
Consideration after how you treated me?
Those excuses won't work. You'll have to let us live in your new apartment.
Absolutely not.
Where's your sense of family duty?
My duty is to my parents.
Fine, I'll talk to your mother directly.
Why are you bringing my mother into this?
Someone needs to talk sense into you.
Leave my mother out of this.
I'm going to tell her what a horrible thing you've done. Then she'll make you give us your apartment.
My mom would never agree to that.
We'll see about that.
She already knows everything.
Shut up. I'm calling your mother right now, so just wait there. Mrs. Thompson, something terrible has happened.
Oh, what's wrong?
Your daughter has done something unforgivable.
I find that hard to believe.
It's true. Your daughter has done something absolutely horrible to us.
I don't think Sarah would do anything like that.
You don't know what she's capable of.
I know my daughter very well.
Well, we were supposed to move in together at the house Sarah bought. When we went there for moving day, the house was completely gone.
Ah, yes, I heard about the demolition.
You knew?
Of course I knew.
And you didn't stop her?
Why would I stop her?
I had already sold our house and prepared to live there. Now we'll have to live on the streets. Your daughter has done this terrible thing to us.
From what I understand, you made those decisions yourself.
We had no choice.
With all due respect, you tried to force your way into the house my daughter bought. Sarah told me she had it demolished because she didn't want you living there.
That's a lie. It's all lies.
What part is a lie?
Because Sarah had actually agreed to let us live there.
When did she agree to that?
She never objected.
But she bought that house so that her father and I could move in and live together with her and Mike.
No, when I asked her, she agreed with it, but it was all just to harass us. And now we need to settle this responsibility. You're planning to live with Sarah in a new apartment, right?
Yes, that's right.
Then we'll be the ones living there instead. You'll have to stand aside this time.
That's not possible.
Why not? You have your own house.
That's not the point.
Do you understand how much trouble your daughter has caused us?
The trouble you caused yourselves?
How dare you!
But that was all because of your own selfish decisions.
That's not true, I'm telling you!
Yes, it is. That house was meant for us to live in, and Sarah was actually saving money for you too.
What? What do you mean?
Should I tell you?
Tell me what?
She knew your old house would be difficult to live in as you got older, so she was saving money to help you renovate it for accessibility.
What? Sarah was?
She wanted to help you age in place.
Why didn't she tell us?
She was going to, before all this happened.
I had no idea.
You trampled all over Sarah's thoughtfulness, pushed ahead with your own plans, and then tried to make her look like the villain.
But
Now you've lost both houses.
Then, could you ask her to transfer that renovation money now?
After everything you've done?
We need help. We need it for various expenses.
You can't be serious.
I am very serious.
I can't believe this. I want nothing more to do with such unreasonable people. Don't ever contact us again.
Sarah, I heard from Mom. Why didn't you talk to me about this?
About what specifically?
Don't play dumb! The house!
Oh, you mean the house you gave away without asking me?
How could you do this? What's wrong with you?
Oh, there's something wrong with me? You made the decision about living with your mom without consulting me too. I just did the same thing you did.
That's completely different!
How is it different?
Look, I'm sorry about that. Mom can be pretty intense sometimes, and I was struggling with it too.
Now you're apologizing?
I'm trying to fix this.
What's this? Now you're making it sound like your mom's the only one at fault.
She did push pretty hard.
And you just went along with it.
But that's really how it is. I wasn't even keen on living with Mom.
That's a lie. You said you wanted to live with your mom to get an advantage in the inheritance battle.
You don't understand family obligations.
I understand them perfectly.
But that makes sense, right? Now we might not get any inheritance because of this.
Is that all you care about?
Think about our future.
I don't want it.
You're being short-sighted.
And you're being greedy.
Look, you might be earning good money now, but who knows what could happen in the future?
I'd rather rely on myself.
Don't try to act tough.
Oh, sorry, I said that wrong. I should have said we can't rely on it.
What do you mean we can't?
You really don't know, do you?
Know what?
Because there's no money left in that house anymore.
What?
Your precious inheritance is gone.
You're lying.
That's right. Your mom has a spending problem and was burning through money. When she ran out, she sold all the family assets.
No way! Mom wouldn't!
She already did.
You're making this up!
It's true. She sold all the land and stocks. All they have left is the little money from selling the house. And even that will be gone soon with their living expenses.
What the hell? They didn't save anything for us?
They never planned to.
All this time?
You were chasing nothing.
Damn it. Fine, I won't forgive them either.
Whatever you want.
So you're moving to the new apartment, right? Tell me the address. I'll go there too.
Are you serious?
We're still married!
So what? I'm never telling you.
What? Then what am I supposed to do?
Figure it out yourself.
You can't do this to me.
I don't care. Find your own apartment.
Wait a minute!
No more waiting. Shut up! I can't live with someone who looks down on my parents. I'm divorcing you. The divorce papers are at the house. Sign them and submit them.
Hey, wait!
No more chances.
We can work this out!
No, don't ever contact me again.
I heard you're divorcing Mike.
News travels fast.
How dare you do this to my son?
Yes, that's right. I don't want anything to do with any of you anymore.
After everything we've done for you?
Done for me? Like what exactly? Decide things without even telling me? Because it was for my own good?
So that's why you had the house demolished.
Yes.
You planned this all along.
No, you forced my hand.
Well, now I see how serious you are.
Finally, you understand something.
You've ruined everything.
Thank you for understanding.
Don't get smart with me.
I'm just agreeing with you.
Well, we'll just live happily as a family without you. You were only useful for making money anyways.
Is that what you really think?
It's what we've always thought.
At least you're honest now.
You low-class people can stick together. We'll continue living our noble lifestyle.
About that noble lifestyle. But you don't have a house anymore, right? And neither of you works, so what are you going to do?
We have Mike.
Do you really?
Mike works for us. He graduated from a good university and works at a big company. We'll have just as good a lifestyle as you.
You might want to check on that.
What?
Mike is unemployed now.
What? What are you talking about?
Your successful son quit his job.
You're lying again.
Karen, you're in the middle of nowhere right now. How did you expect him to commute to a big company in the city from there?
Oh.
Reality finally sinking in? I can work from anywhere because of my online business. But Mike couldn't move if he was still working at that company.
Then he
was struggling at his corporate job and kept on failing. He got moved to a dead-end position and was treated like a burden. That's why he was so happy to quit when I suggested moving to the countryside.
So Mike is unemployed now?
Yes, he was planning to live off your supposed wealth in that house, using money that didn't even exist.
This can't be.
Your perfect son isn't so perfect after all. So you really shouldn't count on Mike.
Listen, you have quite a bit of money, right? Couldn't you support us?
Are you serious right now?
We're family.
Absolutely not. Why should I support strangers?
Please, we'll be homeless otherwise.
You did this to yourselves.
Have some compassion.
That's your own fault. This is what happens when you act arrogant over meaningless things like bloodline. Your ancestors might have been amazing people, but you? You've just been clinging to their achievements. You're nothing on your own. Just a parasite living off others.
You have no right to say such things.
I have every right.
Please don't say that. Don't abandon us.
You abandoned yourselves. Never. Don't ever contact us again. Go ahead and live your noble lifestyle as a family of 3.
You'll regret this.
No, I really won't. Mom, have you arrived at the new apartment?
Almost there. The GPS says I'm 10 minutes away.
Text me when you get there safely.
I will. How did it go with them?
They were being pushy, so I had to cut them off completely.
Were they threatening you?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
Are you sure you're okay?
Actually, I feel better than I have in months.
I see, but there's still a lot of paperwork to handle, isn't there?
It's fine. I'll let the lawyer handle it. But Mom, I'm sorry.
Sorry for what, dear?
I promised we'd live together in the countryside with clean air, but because this was so sudden, I couldn't find a nice place like that.
Oh, Sarah.
I really wanted to give you that peaceful retirement.
Don't worry about it. I'm happy anywhere as long as I'm living with you.
Really?
Of course. You've already done so much.
I just wanted everything to be perfect.
Being together is perfect enough.
Thanks, Mom.
We just arrived at the apartment.
How does it look?
It's lovely. You chose well.
I'll be there soon. Mike and his mother ended up having to rent a cheap apartment. It was so run down, it was hard to believe people of noble birth would live there. The 3 of them had to squeeze into that tiny room together. Mike tried applying for jobs, but couldn't get any offers. and eventually had to start doing manual labor, working until he was exhausted every day. But Karen wasn't satisfied with their lifestyle and kept spending money wastefully. This led to conflicts with Mike, and she eventually got kicked out. Now she and her husband are living on the streets, scraping by. Meanwhile, I'm thoroughly enjoying my new life with my parents. My business is doing better than ever, and we're on track for record profits this year. I'm hoping I can eventually live with my parents somewhere nice overseas.